Hello, and welcome to Mark's Woodworking Challenges. I'm Mark, your host, and today's simple challenge is to answer the question, can I use a straight shanked bit in my brace drill? I'm a big fan of brace drills. They have lots of advantages, and on this next slide I've outlined some of those advantages. There's almost too many to go over in a video. Feel free to pause the video and read the slide if you so desire. One thing that sort of limits the utility of a brace drill is that an awful lot of them are only designed to use square tang auger bits or anything with this square tang on the end, like a chamfer bit or something like that. However, there are some that can use straight shanked bits. And given that the universe of straight shanked bits is much larger than the availability of square tang tapered bits, it makes sense that when you're out looking for a brace drill, you should give preference to ones that will take a straight shanked bit. So how do you tell if a brace drill can take a straight shanked bit? Well, that is indeed the subject of this video, and we're going to look at it in more detail right now. Now, to keep the discussion simple, we're going to look at two representative types of brace drills. On the left we have a Craftsman that has alligator style jaws, and on the right we have a Stanley 984 which uses what I call the floating style of jaws. And in each case we're going to look at square tanged auger bits, straight shanked drill bits, and a screwdriver bit. Okay. So first up, the alligator style bit. We're going to unscrew it to look at it. So this is an alligator. These are alligator jaws. They have a spring that holds them together. You can see they're called alligator jaws for obvious reasons. They look like an alligator that can chomp down on something. And the main characteristic of alligator jaws is that they are hinged on one end in some way, shape, or form. And the engineering details vary from drill to drill, but somehow they move around. They rotate around one end of the jaws. Now, when you put an auger bit in these, there's a groove down the middle. The points of the auger bit are supposed to mate in those grooves, and the end result looks like this. You can see that the alligator bit, the angle allows it to close down and fit the taper of the bit very nicely, and that gives a very good hold. Now, what happens if we use a straight shanked bit? Well, obviously it doesn't work. Now I am using a slightly larger drill bit here, a 3/8 inch drill bit, to sort of accentuate the issue, but it would be the same no matter what size drill bit you use in here. You can see that there's no way for the alligator bit to clamp down on that drill bit. It's just not going to work. Finally, the other kind of straight shanked bit that you might want to use in here is a screwdriver bit. Here we have a standard type, and it actually doesn't do too bad. The jaws are kind of moving up. It's not a, I'm going to say that that's sort of in between the other two. It's not a perfect fit. It makes the jaws kind of spread down here at the bottom a little bit, but probably, especially if you have the screwdriver bit out towards the end, that might be a workable situation. So basically, pass with flying colors, fail abysmally. You should decide whether you want to put that one in there or not. Okay, now we're going to move on to the other style of jaws of chuck, with floating jaws. Now, one thing I will say in advance is these can be hard to handle compared to the other ones. Basically, these jaws have a spring and this is why I call them floating jaws. I don't know if there's a better technical term or not, but you can see that there's no connection between these two jaws. They are free to float in there in any way, shape, or form. They can angle toward each other. They can stay parallel. They can do this. So I call that floating. Now, I've already tried this. I'm unable to do this without it at least partially mounted in the drill. So we're going to put it partially back together. And bear with me because I should have 4 hands to do this. Okay. So first, typical auger bit, matching, these kind of jaws also have a groove down the middle, and because even though they're floating, they can angle toward each other to nicely grip a square tang auger bit. Now let's try the straight shanked bit. And in this case, the jaws can be parallel because they're no hinge point. And so actually a straight shanked bit will work in these kinds of jaws very nicely. And we'll demonstrate that with the assembled drill in just a minute. And then finally, the screwdriver bit, I think, is also a pass. It's a little, it doesn't appear to have any serious structural problems, so I think that will work also. Now what we're going to do is put this back together. Put both of them back together, and okay, we already know that a square taper bit will work nicely in either one, so we're not going to do a test on that, but we will test each one with a straight shanked drill bit. So here's the alligator jaws. We tighten down, and once you can already see that it moves, it won't tighten on here very well. You can, it both moves around and then basically it comes out very easily. So that doesn't work. Screwdriver bit. That seems okay. I can't honestly say that's a problem. Floating jaws, straight shanked drill bit. Tighten down. It feels real nice and tight. Can I pull it out? No, I cannot. It is in there much tighter than I am able to get it out. So that seems to be a win. And now the screwdriver bit. Tighten down. Feels pretty solid. Doesn't come out. That also seems a win. The conclusion here is, if you want to know whether your brace drill can take a straight shanked drill bit or a screwdriver bit, one test you can do is to simply take it apart and look at the jaws. And the other test you can do is take a moderate sized straight shank drill bit and just clamp it in there and see if it will hold. And I think, with these two simple tests, you can easily tell which kind of brace drill you've got. Okay, let's wrap it up. I feel now like I understand which of my brace drills can only use square tanged bits and which can take both straight shanked bits, including screwdriver bits, as well as square tanged bits. I think these are reasonably generic representatives of the two classes of brace drill. I can't promise that that these two tests that I've outlined will work for every single brace drill out there, but I feel confident that they will work for most. They work for all of mine, and I've got a reasonable sample size to work with. One of the things I found when sort of doing this mini study is that, frankly, an awful lot of my brace drills, 75–80%, are of the alligator jaw type and will only take square tanged auger bits. Now, does that mean I have to restrict myself to only buying auger bits or looking for the relatively rare twist drill bit that has a square tang on it? Not necessarily. In the next video, we're going to see how I sort of made a workaround which allows me to use square tang, alligator jaw style brace drills with a much larger variety of implements, including screwdriver bits and other sockets and things of that nature. So stay tuned. That one will be coming out soon. I hope you've liked this video. If you did, please, leave comments, constructive comments, please. Hit the like button or consider subscribing to the channel. So without further ado, we'll see you next time on Mark's Woodworking Challenges.